And before we wrap tonight's show, let's talk about an emerging workplace trend. This one is called quiet constraint. Sounds interesting, does it not? So what is quiet constraint? It's a little like quiet quitting, but also a lot different. Quiet constraint is where you withhold information from your colleagues. Information that is valuable, knowledge that can add value. You don't share it with your colleagues. But why? Why would someone do that? Say your teammate is stuck with a problem, one that you have a solution to, but you chose to not tell her how to work around that problem. Why would someone do that? The question was put to some employees. A lot of them said that they withheld information because they were never asked. Basically, no one bothered asking them for their inputs. There were also those who said employers did not provide them with a channel to share their knowledge. A third of the employees said they felt stifled at work, as if they did not have the option to share knowledge, even if they wanted to do so. According to one estimate, 58% of American employees admit holding on to information or knowledge that could benefit their co-worker. 77% of them are Gen Z employees. In other words, employees born between 1997 and 2012. They top the category of workers who silently sit on beneficial information. Also, more men exercise quiet constraint than women. The number is 63% to 57%. Employers point at a decline in collaboration. They say that the trend is being fueled by remote and hybrid work models. One school of thought believes that flexible working is disconnecting the employees from one another, because the team members are not working together. They are not sharing knowledge, engaging with each other. So is remote working the villain here, or is it simply a scapegoat for those fostering toxic work culture? While it's true that remote working does limit communication, it's also true that workplace communication was not all that free-flowing when everyone was even working from office. Think about it. Is it unusual for a handful of people to dominate conversations at work? Is it unusual for loud workers to hammer their ideas during meetings? Or for bosses to be receptive to ideas from only a pocket of workers? Clearly, the villain here is not remote working. It is our work culture, one that often tends to limit creativity or makes people retreat into a cocoon. And the result is this: quiet constraint. Goes without saying, the trend is not good for workspaces. Withholding knowledge hits productivity, which in turn goes on to impact revenue. Above all, the trend is unhealthy. Quiet constraint is unhealthy. When a team fails to work together, the result is never good. But this is where the onus falls on the team leaders. It is their responsibility to ensure that the team is working with each other. The team members are working with each other, not against each other. It is up to the leaders to ensure there is a line drawn between healthy competition and sabotaging each other. Also, to not fuel toxic competition through favoritism. What about the team members? Can quiet constraint be good for them? Hardly, I would say. Work politics is never a good idea. If anything, it will hit your reputation at work. An employee who does not help out her colleague or sabotages a team member is bound to be branded unprofessional, even toxic. So here's what it comes down to. If quiet constraint is the epitome of lack of collaboration, then collaboration alone can fix the problem. It is up to people on both sides of the table to come together and find a solution to quiet constraint, to nurture a healthy workspace, to make space for diverse ideas, to respect diverse thoughts, to encourage creativity and free flow of knowledge. Do you agree with this? Write to us and let us know what you think about this workplace trend. We would love to hear your thoughts. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.